If God's purposes ripen in his own time, and they do, don't they? Paul gets taken out of Caesarea, and he gets put in prison for 2 years. For a guy like Paul, that's an eternity. Now, for those of you who are introspective and introverted, and you're like, this would be amazing. 2 years with no people? My gosh! But for a guy like Paul, who's like alpha male driver, go, get things done, to be locked up and shut down for 2 years, lose his mind, go crazy, unless he had a conviction that God must have purposes beyond what I can see, so I can rest in this apparent frustrating set of circumstances. So our conclusion, if we believe God's purposes ripen in his own time, and they do, so just I'm pastoring you, you may not see the purposes of God ripen in your timing, but you can know for sure, Christian, that God's purposes are ripening on his time. If that is true, and it is, and if God is working in all circumstances, which he is, and that can be hard to believe sometimes and hard to see sometimes. You're like, well, you don't know my circumstances. Friends, I don't. But what I do know is that God is above and bigger than your circumstances. So if God's purposes are ripening, but not always on our timetable, which is true, and if God is always at working in all circumstances, which he is, then the question becomes, what is our response to things that we don't understand happening in our family, in our personal life, in our immediate community, and in our world today? What's our response? Like, what should our response be? Well, looking at the example of Paul, I think it is more than, but certainly not less than, stay alert, stay open, stay sharp, and stay ready. And here's what I mean. Stay alert. You should ask the Lord to give you a God radar that's like turned up on high alert like a nuclear sub expecting impending attack. I mean, like, whoop! God, would you help me see where you are at work? Here's what that does. It gives you a whole new set of eyes to see your spouse. It gives you a whole new set of eyes to see your children. It gives you a whole new set of eyes to see your grandchildren. It gives you a whole new set of eyes to see the environment that you're in. Because you and I tend to run through life busy, distracted, fire to fire, event to event, distracted, bothered, perturbed, annoyed, this kind of thing. If we stopped and believed the first two things, then in every phone call, every text, every circumstance, we would ask, okay, whoa, Lord, help my radar to be sharp. Help me not to miss what you're doing. And then we'd stay open. Hey, maybe the situation I'm mildly frustrated with, it might have something in it for me that I can participate with God in doing and accomplishing that would redeem what is a currently frustrating situation. So we stay alert, we stay open, we stay sharp, always thinking, always reading, always learning, always growing. And then we stay ready so that we can, in all situations, say yes. What I don't think we should miss is that theologians and commentators are agreed across the board. At any time he wanted, Paul could have punched out of this road he's on. By being silent, by saying, okay, my bad, I didn't break any laws, but I won't do this again. He could have, because Rome acknowledges multiple times, the guy hasn't broken any laws here. And Paul's like, nope, I'm going to stay in this because God has said he wants to take me there, and I'm not there yet. And so I'm going to stay in it. So what you and I got to do is remember that God is always at work. Enemies are mere water boys carrying about the purposes of God. That he's always at work in every circumstance. So we're staying alert, open, and ready to step into those things with our yes to God. That's my singular encouragement to us tonight. To encourage you to wake up tomorrow and say this one sentence before you get out of bed. Father, help my radar to be sharp and my ears to be attuned so that I can say more yes to you today when you call my name. That's all he asked for. He's asking for you to say Yes.
Hey everybody, hope you found that helpful. If you would like to watch the sermon that clip came from, you can go here, check it out. As well, if you'd like to watch more Bible teaching, you can go to my YouTube channel. And if you would like more free resources for your family, your marriage, and how to be a stronger man, you can go to strongmannation.com. Check it out.